everybody, how's it going? This is teacher Guilherme Randley here one more time. And galerinha do mal, vocês acharam que eu estava enganando vocês? Na verdade, eu tô de volta mesmo. Lembrando que esse podcast vai ao ar toda sexta-feira. Eu ainda não vou definir um horário certo, mas vou tentar fazer com que ele saia toda sexta-feira para que vocês consigam praticar o listening de vocês, especialmente para os meus new students, para os novos alunos da Easy English, para os meus novos alunos que estão chegando aí. Sejam bem-vindos. Quero mandar abraços para a galera que tem me acompanhado, me dado um bom feedback lá no Insta. Um abraço especial pro Tony, pro David que vai chegar aí agora. Um abraço pra Marina. Quero mandar um abraço também pra Camila, pra todos os meus students que estão me assistindo. E também um abraço pro meu parceiro, o Leonardo Morales, que é mais um inscrito do canal. Tá sempre comparecendo também, alright? Galera, o podcast de hoje vai seguir aquele mesmo nível. Então, segue o fluxo, que hoje, como vocês estão vendo no título, a gente vai falar dos meus planos pra 2020. Bora? Lembrando, galera, que para uma melhor experiência, usem headphones, ok? Eu uso um microfone sensorial, então ele vai ficar melhor para vocês ouvirem, alright? Eu posso falar mais perto do seu ouvido aqui, ó, ou posso falar mais perto do seu ouvido aqui também. Então, use um headphone que vai ajudar bastante na experiência, alright? Okay, friends, very good. So for today's podcast, we are talking about my plans for 2020, right? This new year has just arrived and I'm really excited for what is coming. Great. To be really honest, I never make plans for New Year's and I used to let the things happen. But especially for this year, I'm decided to make plans. And the biggest reasons why I'm trying to make that is because last year I had some plans for December and I just couldn't reach all my goals. I couldn't achieve everything that I've planned. So for this year, I'm working hard to make everything work really well. You know, I know that in this case, I'm just putting all my effort and all my power and all my passion to make it work. And because of that, I'm almost sure that it's gonna happen. So if you just believe that I'm going to achieve my goals, just hit the like here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And remember that your view here is super important, okay? So thank you very much for being here. Alright folks, so I will start by telling the plans that I had for last year. Around November, I think that it started in November, I had some goals and I thought it would be possible, but for sure I didn't have time enough. I wanted to achieve those goals before the end of the year, but then in the end I just saw that it was a big disaster. What were my first plans for last year? I wanted to run a half marathon, which includes 25.1 kilometers, pretty long. And since I started running, my biggest goal was like 18 officially. So I really need to practice a lot and make trainings and exercises. The other goal that I had was to lose 10 kilos. And that's like something that people used to make like all the year. And every time that we just want to achieve a goal, we just put that in losing weight and etc. We know that's really easy to put on, but when we're just trying to burn everything, we tend to spend a lot of time. And then the other goal that I had was to complete a 150 kilometer straight bike ride. It's not new for everybody that I'm in a very good vibe of practicing sport, and since I've changed a lot of things in my life, I started to be with the sports more frequently. I love mountain biking. I know that I'm just a beginner. I'm trying to do the best, but I've been training and practicing hard, and because of that I just want to complete the 150 straight. Well, the longest I've tried was 102 to be really honest, and it was really hard for me in the time, and it happened like 2 years ago, and after that I've been just doing easy things. So friends, basically what I've done was like putting all those goals for the last year, didn't really have time for having it, and then I just postponed all my goals for this year. Of course it wasn't intentional, it was just because I couldn't reach everything, and then I just decided to focus and to do that because we have to work hard on it. So for 2020, friends, for this year I'm really working hard for having it, and let me tell you where the things are. more. I've been training and working out a lot for having it. So the first thing I'm gonna do is trying to complete the 150 kilometers straight, because I think it will be easier, because like when you are on the bike, you just have to focus and concentrate and everything will be alright. So I'm training hard. I'm just going on my leg days and training hard on the gym and making a preparation and etc. And I think that this year it'll happen. For the end of this year, I'm focusing on December of 2020. I want to run a half marathon and I'm just choosing where I'm gonna do it. Probably it'll be in São Paulo or Rio, but I have to check the conditions because there are a lot of varieties and things that interfere in my results. So because of that, I have to choose and pick the best place for having it. Probably it'll be in São Paulo because of the weather is more similar to the one I have here in Minas Gerais, so I won't have to be there for a long time to get in touch and etc. But I'll let you guys know when I decide and when I make my register, right? About losing the 10 kilos, I thought it would take a long time for having it. But since I started my new year, since the first day of January, I have been working hard. And up until now, I have already lost 7 kilos in 30 days. Yeah, I know this is not that good because people shouldn't lose that weight that fast, but I've been trying to make it the best way possible. So I'm on a diet, I'm working out, I'm having all the dedication and all the professionals involved to complete this goal the best way possible. I'm just trying to don't damage my body with that, because I know exactly how it is when you just put yourself in those extremely different conditions. So basically what I'm doing is counting my calories. So I have an app called MyFitnessPal or Calories Counter if you're using probably iPhones. I'm not sure where it'll be different, but I'm using this app. Of course, in the beginning, it's kind of boring, but I have to scale everything that I'm going to eat, and there I have the number of my macros, so I can keep track of my protein, my fat, my carbohydrates, and etc. And with that, I'm losing a lot of weight in a very good time, so I really recommend doing it. My motivation was watching the channel Fitness Flexível from Gabriel Arones. He's one of my favorite YouTubers in the moment, and he gives a lot of tips about fitness life and training and working hard. So I really recommend him as a new way to start a new kind of life too. So I know that most of the cases, the first step is always the hardest, but if you just start doing it, you are gonna see how easy it is. The only thing you've got to do is keep doing it for 21 days, because you are going to create the habit, and the first month is really difficult, but in the end you just see the result. In my case, for example, that today, in the day that I'm shooting this podcast, I've lost around 7 kilos, and now I can just see the results when I look at myself in the mirror and when I'm just trying to see the differences with the pictures that I took in the beginning of the project and right now. I'm going to keep this project for 3 months, so I'm zero alcohol and I'm trying to reduce everything. And I've been without alcohol for 1 month and my life hasn't changed. I mean, I'm not feeling bad because of that, and to be really honest, I think I'm gonna keep that, and I don't feel like drinking anymore, especially beer and all those ones. I don't feel comfortable anymore, and I don't think I really need that. So yeah, I think that with my new goal, with that new focus, I've just stopped a very bad habit, which includes drinking. Great. Another goal that I have for this year, friends, is like here is my YouTube channel. When I first shoot a video here, I was really excited about having it, and then I just saw all my numbers improving and people were watching, and I got like a lot of followers here, and we are almost getting 1,000 subs, and it's really amazing. I'm really excited and happy about that. But last year I worked a lot. I had to dedicate a lot to my work, and then I just didn't have time and motivation, and I really didn't feel like doing anything in the past. This year that I just quit that old job and now I'm on my new plans, I know that I have free time and I'm feeling really great to restarting here. So I'm really excited and happy to be here shooting new videos every week, and I'll try to keep that frequency of having 3 videos every week, but I promise that I'll do it at least once a week. I'll have videos here in the podcast, right? Another goal that I have, folks, is traveling to a new country. I'm looking for some countries here in South America, and I really want to go to Peru. Thiago Paciel is a friend of mine, and he is in Peru right now in this moment. So I want to go there and to meet Machu Picchu and see all those good places and beautiful stuff that we have. I know that all those monuments and all those natural buildings are amazing, so that's one of my biggest dreams. I remember when I was in Cardiff City in Wales, I felt like amazed when I was inside of the castle, so I just want to keep doing it. I really like history, I really like architecture, so I feel like going to Peru to see how the things happened in the past. And the end, but not less important, plan and one of the most important goals for this year is starting a new college. Yeah, I'm looking for some courses related to the English teaching. I'm focusing all my life to be a very good professional. I know that I have a lot of experience, that I've been doing it for a long time, that I traveled to England to study, that I've been doing it for a long time, and etc. That I took all the certificates necessary and stuff. But I studied law, so if you didn't know that, I was a law student. That wasn't for me. Yeah, I felt like really bad when I was in the last year and it didn't match. You know, I felt really bad because I didn't want to be there, but I was in the last year and whatever. But now for this year, I'm looking for a new course. Probably I'll go for the education. Of course, it'll be in the education area, and I just have to decide which one I'm gonna take. Of course, I'm gonna take that as a distance course because I don't feel like going to the university every day anymore. But I know that if I dedicate, I can just make a good course too. Alright everybody, so that's everything we have for today. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. This time was a little longer, attending some asks. I know that most of you like to listen that while cooking, while taking a shower, driving your cars. So that's longer. That's a little longer for you. They're doing things. Thank you very much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you just feel comfortable, hit the like or the unlike too. Just show me what you feel about that. And the question for this podcast is, what are your goals for 2020 for this year? What do you have in your mind? All right, that's everything we have for today. Thank you very much for coming. Goodbye and see you later, friends. Subscribe.